Donald Trump began the day confident he was about to sign a very advantageous deal with Ukraine. These kind of events are all very carefully planned, and they usually do stick to the script. You sit down in the Oval Office with all of the accompanying press, where the conversation starts with pleasantries, sometimes even a little joke.
And I do like your clothing, really.
Yeah, really?
There are obvious tensions. President Zelensky wants security guarantees from America that Donald Trump says are not on offer. But it was a jibe from a reporter about Mr. Zelensky's outfit that actually set the aggressive tone.
Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest. Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting the dignity of this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes.
He was accused of being disrespectful in his dress and in his attitude, for refusing to agree to what Donald Trump thinks a peace deal in Ukraine should look like, for explaining his fears for his country.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all,
This is the moment a disagreement became a full-blown fight. Donald Trump is clearly furious, and you'll see the two leaders start angrily talking over each other, fingers pointing, tempers fraying.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good. We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
Not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
President Zelensky has just been told he cannot dictate the terms of any peace and is gambling with the future of his country. And then, that he's also ungrateful for American military assistance so far.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks.
You haven't been alone.
You haven't been alone.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment,
if
you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this, I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I wanted this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
They obviously cannot agree on a ceasefire like this. With Donald Trump as angry as he has ever appeared in public, Volodymyr Zelensky refusing to back down, enraging the American president even further. They may never agree on whether Vladimir Putin can be trusted to stick to the terms of any deal.
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt. I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that.
They were then meant to sit down and enjoy a working lunch before signing a deal that had already been agreed to allow American access to critical mineral mining in Ukraine. Instead, President Zelensky was instructed to leave the White House. Donald Trump posted on social media, "I've determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America's involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations." He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he's ready for... As he got ready to leave, the cameras lined up, ready to catch Mr. Zelensky being expelled from the White House. Driving away, he may have blown his one big chance to get Donald Trump on his side. He knows he needs American backing to fight the war. He needs American support to get what he wants in any peace deal. Right now, he's made an enemy of the one man he really needs as an ally. There was meant to have been a joint press conference after a private meeting, where the two leaders would announce what they had agreed, the ways in which they saw eye to eye. But there was absolutely no common understanding. There was absolutely nothing to say.